Hi guys, my name is Christine, and today I'm talking about how to manifest things. The law of attraction is quite a topical thing. A lot of people are talking about it, and have been doing so for quite some time. There's loads of books on it. There's that famous documentary, The Secret, and also the book also is called The Secret as well. The law of attraction is a huge thing, and it's kind of blown up over the years, especially after, since The Secret, which came out in 2006. So basically, I'm going to go through some things that I've personally used when it comes to the law of attraction and how to manifest things, and what has worked for me, because there's a lot of fluff around it, and sometimes it can seem very metaphysical, it can seem a bit like weird juju. So I'm basically going to go into what has worked for me when it comes to manifesting things. So one of the big ones, and The Secret does talk about this one, and that is visualization. I think visualization is super super powerful. So basically what I do when it comes to visualization, I just picture what I want to do, right? Especially if it's something to do with like performance, or doing something better, right? So, for example, one of the things I've been doing recently is taking like super, super cold showers, right? And to begin with, it was really difficult for me to have a cold shower because, obviously I'm used to having a warm or hot shower. So, what I did was I just visualized myself, being able to take the cold, and doing so effortlessly, right? And when I started doing that, when I would take a cold shower, it became a lot easier. So I've used things like vision boards, and personally, those things haven't worked for me very well. It worked somewhat, but not as much as actually visualizing it in my own head and seeing myself do whatever it is that I need to do, right? So being able to visualize yourself performing really well, doing whatever it is that you want to manifest, and actually seeing it as if it's like a movie that you're watching, on the, like the theater of your mind, basically, in your mind's eye. That's another way people describe it. So that personally has worked for me, okay, doing visualization, right? So another thing that works really well for me is when, to feel good, basically, to try and feel good as often as you can, especially when you are thinking about the things that you want to manifest. And having, feeling like how you would feel if you actually got whatever it is that you're trying to manifest. Sometimes that has been really beneficial to me. Just things like with money and stuff, right? I got really abundant. I got into a really good abundant mindset. I'm going to talk about abundance in a bit, but I got into an abundant mindset, and I within like just a few days of just thinking more abundantly, I received a ton of money, right? I got an influx of clients for my relationship and dating business, okay? So that also really helps as well, when you can feel good and feel good about, money or whatever it is that you're trying to manifest. It doesn't have to be money, but I think a lot of people, when they come to the law of attraction, they do have like a monetary goal in mind that they're trying to achieve. So that's why I wanted to put that in there. I'm going to get into abundance in a bit. But, so feeling good is really important as well. Feeling good while you are imagining, and when you're visualizing, is even more powerful when you're thinking about that thing that you want to manifest. So another thing that's helped me is to make it possible in your head. So that means, if you've got a bit of a lofty goal, let's say you want to manifest a certain amount of money, think of like, okay, so I want to earn this much amount of money, right? So what does that mean then? Like let's say you wanted to have $1 million or pounds, depending on where you live, right? Whatever your currency is, you want to become a millionaire with whatever currency from your country. And what you do then is you think, okay, so if I become a millionaire, how much does that mean I have to earn a day in order to become a millionaire? And then you divide it up, you find a figure basically, and you're like, okay, so this is the amount I need to be earning a day in order to become a millionaire. And then you can kind of think up ways on how you can achieve that. It's kind of like when you make a plan for something. If you want to be a writer and you want to manifest a published book, but you haven't started yet, then think, okay, so I want to write a book, right? So how can I do that? And you think like something that helps with that is like, okay, so if I just write a page a day, which is easily doable, right? If I just write a page a day for 365 days a year, that's this year, let's say, then that's 365 pages. So it's all about making it possible in your head, and all about, chunking things down to something that you feel like is easily manageable. Because sometimes, when you think of a lofty goal, for example, that you want to manifest, and it seems impossible, because it seems impossible and it feels impossible, it's probably always going to be impossible. So if you think of it in terms of like, how can I do this? How can I make a plan for this? Even if things aren't working right now, like what can I do? Like how can I make it seem more probable in my head? It could be, just simply thinking of, okay, well, I want to be a millionaire. And there's loads of millionaires on the planet. So if other people have become self-made millionaires, then I can also do that as well. I just need to find the right method. I just need to find what I need to do in order to do that, right? So it's all about doing that sort of thing, making it possible in your head, so it doesn't seem impossible. Because sometimes when you make a lofty goal, you kind of feel like, you know what? I don't believe I can do that, So you want to get to a point where you can believe that you can do that, and the best way to do that is by making it possible in your head and creating a plan and seeing what steps you need to take in order to get there. So something else, when you make a big lofty goal and you're still at that point where you're like, I just don't believe that it's going to happen to me. I just don't believe that I'm going to be able to achieve this. It's such a big goal, and you kind of doubt in yourself on whether or not you can achieve it, which of course, if you want to manifest things, then you need to be on the same vibration of them. So if you feel like it's impossible, then it's probably going to stay impossible, right? So another thing that can help with that sort of thing is if you just sort of imagine, and ask yourself, wouldn't it be nice if I became a millionaire? Wouldn't it be nice if I found the person of my dreams? Wouldn't it be nice if I got on a date with that hot person at work that I really like and have a crush on? Wouldn't it be nice if I started this business and it was really successful? And if you come from that place, it kind of makes you feel a little bit better, because some of you might not be ready to go to that place of, I believe it 100% that I'm going to be able to do this. So if you just say, wouldn't it be nice if, and you kind of dream and daydream about it a little bit, that kind of raises your vibration a bit. So if you need help just raising your vibration a little bit so you can manifest something, then just think of it in terms of that, like, wouldn't it be nice if I could just do this? And that's something that I learned from Abraham Hicks in the book Ask and It Is Given. That's one of the processes that Esther and Jerry Hicks lay out in their teachings of Abraham. And I think it's really good. It's really effective if you just think, wouldn't it be nice if? Because it puts you in that daydream mood. It makes you feel good because you get to daydream. And yeah, it just raises your vibration. So that's a good question to ask yourself when you're at that point where you may be doubting yourself and you can't quite get to that place where you believe that you can do it, even if you do try and make it more probable in your head and make it more possible in your head. So that's something that may help. So let's get on to abundance. So a lot of people, when it comes to the law of attraction, they're trying to manifest money a lot of the time, right? A lot of people do that. So, if you want to earn a lot of money and if you want to get a lot of money, then you need to think more abundantly in your life. Now, you don't have to think in terms of money, because again, it's like you're kind of BSing yourself, and you feel like you're BSing yourself if you're just going around with affirmations saying, I'm going to be a millionaire, I'm going to be a millionaire. But if you don't feel like it, you don't feel abundant, then it's not likely that you're going to do it. Now, saying, wouldn't it be nice if I was a millionaire, helps raise your vibration a little bit. But what can really help you with abundance is if you notice abundance in other areas. So don't think about money right now. Just think of the abundance of grains of sand on beaches across the world and in deserts. Think of the abundance of trees. Think of the abundance of water. Think of the abundance of grass. Think of the abundance of people populating the planet. Think of the abundance of rivers and streams. Think of the abundance of flowers, and think of the abundance of sky that is all around you. So when you start noticing these little things, like if you just take a step outside out of your home and kind of go walk the streets, just look for abundance. Now, if you happen to just be in a dirty, crowded area, then think, okay, if you can't see anything of beauty that can make you feel abundant, think, oh, look at the abundance of vehicles, look at the abundance of shops, look at the abundance of people, you know, that you can think of it. Just wherever you go where there's loads of something, right? You know, even if you're at home, you know, something simple as like, oh, look at the abundance of wallpaper on my walls, you know, look at the abundance of carpet thread, you know, things like that. Like it's all about just seeing the abundance that is around you. So and then when you start thinking of abundance in that way, then you can think of the abundance of money, like the abundance of commerce that is happening every day. You know, people are buying and selling goods at this very second. You know, people are spending, you know, lots and lots of money right now. I mean, I don't know how much money has just been spent, you know, within the last like few minutes that you've been watching this video, right? Think of that, like, oh my God, so many people have been on Amazon buying this. So many people have been into shops today buying this. You know, there's an abundance of just money coming in, money coming out. You know, it's happening all the time, all over the world to loads of different people. There is an abundance of money. And then, you know, you just start to feel better about money. And when you start to feel better about money, you start to feel a little bit more abundant. That's when you'll start to see more coming in, right? So it's all about just making yourself feel a little bit better about these areas that you're trying to manifest, okay? And then you got to let go of it and just continue with your day, right? You just got to let it go. You've thought about it. You've manifested. You've thought about what you want to manifest. You've visualized it, and just get on with your day and continue whatever it is that you need to do. Because remember, right, the law of attraction means nothing. Manifesting means nothing if you're not taking action. Like if you want to build a multi-million-dollar business or whatever it is that you're trying to create, you're trying to attract a lot of money into your life, you still need to put in the work. And you know, because the interesting thing is that if you put in a lot of effort and you help a lot of people with whatever it is that you're trying to do, and you're really putting in a lot of value, you may not get, right, the instant immediate result. You might not, like if you give someone like a lot of help, right, with something, and let's say you're at a place where in your business you're kind of offering out things for free, you may not get the money or the equivalent back from that person that you just spent time with helping, right? In fact, because most of the time it's going to come back from different places. That's where you got to think. Like, even if I'm putting all my effort into someone who doesn't care, who's not going to give me anything back, it doesn't matter because it's going to come back from somewhere else. And that's the law of reciprocation, right? If you're putting a lot of effort in something, you might not get what you want from what you've just done, but it may come in a different place. It's somewhat, you may get some money down the line, you know, and it's from that effort that you put in like a few months back. You don't know, right? It's like here on YouTube, you know, on my dating and relationship channel, you know, there's videos that I've made that were probably done like about a year ago or something like that, that are now just getting more views. And that was effort that I put in a year ago or something like that. Like, you never know when things are going to pick up. Okay, so that's where you got to, you know, get excited about that. Like, oh my God, I don't know when the next good thing is coming. All I know is I'm putting in all my effort, and I know at some point I'm going to get something good back. I don't know when, I don't know how, but it's going to happen, and it's going to be really good. So that's my thoughts on, you know, how to manifest things. These are things that I've personally seen in my own life, things that I've, you know, done and it's worked. So, and it's helped me feel better about manifesting, and it's helped me manifest things. So that's what I've done basically. So you can take it or leave it. If you want to just follow other people on that subject, then please do. Whatever makes you feel good. That's the most important thing. Because the right process for you might not be the same as me, right? You might have a different method and that may work for you better. But just try and experiment with these ones. And if there are other ones that you want to experiment with, then give it a go. Whatever feels good and right for you, okay? So thank you so much for watching, and if you would like to get in touch with me personally and you would like coaching with me, then please go to www.christineloveridge.com. Thank you so much, and I shall talk to you again very soon. Goodbye.